Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bracket the Howard, Bracket the Howard Shai. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone that teaches truth, 100% truth. Do a quick in transit. Watching a brother video from GMS Kingdom Minded out of GMS Mississippi camp, and he was doing an interesting topic, and it was going into the last part of this video was going into how the government is finessing the people, and he was going into how DJ Trump is coming up with these things called smart cities. It's just something he just repackaged up from, I call it Freedom City, Freedom City. It's just something he just repackaged and call it under different brands, calling it Smart Freedom City other than Smart City. And what it is supposed to be these cities, like 15-minute cities where everything is within a certain radius that you can get. You don't have to go outside of those cities. And all these things are done to finesse the people. Like everything's will be so convenient, so high tech. And on paper and in theory, a lot of these things do make sense. Of course, we would like to live in a more industrial, more advanced type of civilized society, because I've traveled to different countries, especially over in the far east, man, and they are so much more advanced than what we are. You go to use the bathroom, man, it's high technology, man, just to sit on the toilet. It's got mood control, different type of images, to enclosed in your environment. It plays music. You can just think of it. Anything you can think of just to use a damn toilet, So we are so far behind in this country, man. It's like a third world country here because they haven't advanced anything. The only thing that has happened is just the CEOs or the oligarchs, those on top, they just create more of a wealth divide because they're reeking in all the benefits, and the people, the average person, is doing all the work and receiving nothing for it, you might work hard enough if you work 2 jobs, or if you're lucky to get a decent job that pays well enough, you can work 1 job, to maybe pay 30 to 40 years on a mortgage for a house that you're never really going to own, a car that you're going to have to replace every 4 or 5 years, bills that's through the roof, and the people are so ignorant that they've been constantly, gradually, indoctrinated into the system, and it's a slavery type system, man. And people don't know no better, If you don't know no better, you do know better. So that's why people here accept anything that's thrown at them. But my main point I was getting at, of course we would like to have an industrialized city where things are more convenient for the better of mankind. But you have to have a righteous government in place for that to be beneficial to the people. We know that those on top, man, only thing they want to do is put you more into a box where they can really control your movements, the way you think, talk, and everything that you do. Because the overall goal is just to make you a perpetual slave, or either when they can't use you no more, pretty much delete you, get rid of you. Now, we had a righteous government, which is going to come, after this rulership is taken out. Things are going to be that way. It's going to be an advanced civilization where everything is done for the betterment of the people. But when your rulers are wicked, they can't talk about the kings of the earth, man. The ones that's behind the curtain. Only thing they want is more power. They have all the wealth. So what's better to satisfy them is put more pressure on the people to put them more in more of a structured bondage environment, man. And at the bottom of that oppression is you jakes, man, you so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Now they'll bring other immigrants over here to try to, replace you Jakes in these jobs. You Southern Kingdoms in the job, and you blacks, so-called blacks. And they'll bring these other immigrants over here, and they'll pay them half the working wage because they'll accept that because it's more than what they make in their country. But in order where they can survive on that type of income, they have to, you find a lot of these migrants, especially Issachar, they live in like 10 people to a house. And I've seen it here, especially down south, They have 3 or 4 people living in one room, so they can make their money. And it benefits them to send that money back home to support their family. But an average person that's living here in Babylon the Great, man, and try to make it off that one income to support a family, you can't do it. And these oligarchs know that, man. And so they apply, like the brother's saying, they're applying the pressure, man. They're tightening the screws to put more pressure on you Jakes, man. And once they bring in this new system, this new world order, which is going to come through some type of form of Jacob's trouble, order out of chaos, they're going to put you in those boxes, man. And that way they can control everything that you do. Like the brother was saying, those smart cars and shit, these electric cars, they're going to be designed that you can't leave outside of that radius, man, out of that area that they got you enclosed in. Unless you get a special pass to go outside, they're going to use it under the guise of saying climate control to keep you from destroying the environment. But that's the cleverness of this devil, man. He can lie to you so good. He's so good at lying, and this goes back to scripture. I think the scripture says that when they're born from their eggs, when they're first born, they come out lying, and they're so good at lying, and they give you such a sympathetic, layout or face that you think that they're telling the truth, and the whole time they lying to you and contemplating your demise, man. That's how crafty this devil is, that rules over us, man. These oligarchs, these secret societies, man, that control everything in this place, in this matrix, man. I was watching this lady the other day on the news, and she was lying about something, but she had such a sympathetic face, and like we really care. But that's like the devil said, like scripture tells you, man. The devil portrays himself as being like the angel of light, like he really cares and really worried about your cause. At the same time, he's trying to see how he can overtake you and use you for profit, man. And same thing with these cities that they're gonna try to that they're gonna put you in, and they're working on putting you in. They're doing it for, like for your better, like they're doing it for your better benefit, but the whole time is to undermine you and to destroy you. And this devil, man, he's so ruthless. His main objective is getting at you Jakes, man. You so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Americans, because you're at the bottom, you're at the top of the food chain, but he'll sacrifice his own people in the process. I was listening to somebody who was saying something the other day. They said, what if this place over here didn't have Jakes over here? We didn't have you so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Americans. They would have free colleges and free medical and all those things. But because he puts on the image like he plays fair ball, man, like he has a fair system out here. He sacrifices his own people in the process of getting at you Jakes. And really, it goes down to the rule of families, man. Amalek, we're talking about the Gettys, the DuPonts, the true kings of the earth, these Rothschilds. Those are the ones that that's pulling all the strings, man. They're the ones that tell these so-called leaders of these other nations, man, what to do and how to do it. But Yeah, I just want to kind of hit that, man. Brother made some very good points, man. So we have to be on our watch, man. Right now, we're in the final stages of this thing, man, of the book, and we have to definitely be on our watch and our square, because the devil is making drastic moves every day, and we have to definitely warn the flock, warn the sheep, and we have to be very circumspect in these times. But that's pretty much it, man. I just want to kind of hit those points. Lord wills edifying that. Say shalom.